Assalamu alaikum. This is a brief introduction of your course, World Literature in Translation. Students, as you know that the course title is World Literature in Translation. And before going into the detail of the course outline, I just want to discuss the term world literature very briefly. The term world literature is used for world's national literature and all the works that are produced in worldwide beyond their country. So it refers to the total of world's national literature and the circulation of works into the wider world beyond their country and origin. So it suggests a wide range of global works in various translations, and it presents as a mirror to their philosophy and to their ideology and culture. So in this course, you will come to know different aspects of literature, and these aspects are based on the philosophy, on the ideology, on the culture of that particular country. So here, for your understanding, I have quoted some lines from David Damrosch, who is American literary historian, and he looks at the ways in different aspects and the different works that change as they move from national to global context. So he says that a work enters into the world literature by a double process. First, by being read as literature. Secondly, by circulating out into a broader world beyond its linguistic and cultural point of origin. So, this is very apt, very authentic as far as uh, for the understanding of world literature in translation. Here is the rationale of the course, and uh, this is very important as far as the orientation of the course is concerned, that you should know the aim and the objective of this course so you can evaluate yourself by the end of this course. The first point is this course is an intergenre course and offers an exposure to some classics in world literature both in theme and form. So intergenre, what is intergenre course? Intergenre is basically, in this course you are going to read the different forms, the different genre of literature. For example, poetry. In poetry, you will read haiku of macho basho. So these words are, I think, very new for you. So let's skip these terms, and we will read these terms under that specific course. So intergenre means simply different genre of literature, poetry, short story, novels, extra, extra, fine. And it offers an exposure to some classics in world literature. So you are going to read some classics of world literature, the classic work of that particular country that is included now in this course, world literature in translation. And the second thing which you have to focus on is about the theme and form. Theme and form will provide you the depth of their ideology and their philosophy. So theme and form is important in that intergenre form of literature. The next point is the global perspective will not only make for an intrinsically rewarding experience but will also give depth to students' grasp of literature translated into English. So that work of literature, the classical, the masterpiece of that literary piece will provide you. the global perspective means that if you are going to read the Eastern literature or the Western literature, you can feel the depth of their literary ideology and philosophy, and you will come to know the reason that why that work is translated into English. The next point, they will be able to identify elements of universal literary merit as well as critically compare some of the great works of East and West. So you will have the comparison between the Eastern literature, the Western literature, the Russian literature, the Indo-Pakistani literature. So you will have the different aspect of literature under this umbrella term world literature. Fine. Here is the suggested primary readings for your course World Literature in Translation. I'll discuss one by one all the authors that are suggested in your course outline, and we will decide later the syllabus for your midterm and final term. So don't worry um, about your lengthy course. Fine. The first one is from Japanese literature, Machio Basho, selections of haiku, at least five. Haiku is basically the short form of poetry consisting on three phrases. And Machio Basho was the famous poet of Japan, and he was the greatest master of haiku. Machio Basho was very simple person. He was known for his simplicity, and he made his living as a teacher, and he renounced all the social activities. So I'm sure that you will enjoy his haiku. The second one is from French and Algerian literature, Albert Camus, and we will read his novel, The Outsider. Albert Camus was a French philosopher, an author, and a journalist too. And he was best known for his novels The Outsider or The Stranger, The Plague, and The Fall. And Albert Camus was also awarded by Nobel Prize for Literature. The next one is uh, from Spanish literature, and the author is Miguel de Cervantes, who is regarded as greatest writer in Spanish language and one of the preeminent novelists. And he was best known for his novel Don Quixote. And Don Quixote is also regarded as first modern novel and one of the pinnacles of literature. So these are the three suggested primary readings, and I have included first two for your course. And the next suggested primary readings for your course are number four, Franz Kafka from German literature, and you have already read Franz Kafka's Metamorphosis. And as you know, that Franz Kafka was a German novelist, short story writer, and major figure of 20th century, and you are very well aware of his writing style and his themes like anxiety, alienation, absurdity. So I think you can easily include Franz Kafka in this course that you have already read it. So the next one is Homer from Roman literature, and we will read his the Iliad and the Odyssey. And Homer is assumed author of Iliad and Odyssey, and these are the two epic poems that are the central work of ancient Greek literature. And the next one is from Russian literature, Fyodor Mykolaievich Dostoevsky. He is the Russian philosopher, a novelist, a short story writer, essayist, and journalist, and he was also regarded one of the best psychologists of all times as well as the best writer. And we will read his Crime and Punishment. Here are some other suggested primary readings. On number 7, we have from Persian literature Maulana Rumi, and we will read his selections from Matnavi, Divan and Discourse, the Song of the Reed, and the Artist. And Maulana Rumi, the real name of Maulana Rumi was Jalaluddin Muhammad Balkhi, and he was a 13th century Persian poet, Islamic scholar, theologian, and Sufi. Persian literature um, is best reflected in his work. And the next we have Dr. Allama Muhammad Iqbal, the Indo-Pakistani literature. He was best known poet, a national poet of Pakistan, the spiritual father of Pakistan for his contribution to the nation, and he was the best follower, the best student of Maulana Rumi. So it is my wish that we should read both of them, Maulana Rumi and Dr. Muhammad Iqbal, uh, in this course. This is the last slide of suggested primary reading, so students don't worry about the length of the course. We will definitely select um, some of the authors, and you have to focus on the themes and on the ideology of suggested literature. So here we have Faiz Ahmed Faiz, a Pakistani renowned figure, a Pakistani famous figure, the most celebrated poet, uh, an author, and outside literature, a man of wide experience. We will read his poem Dawn of Freedom, August 1947, and it is translated by Agha Shahid Ali. So Faz Ahmed Faz is very famous, and I'm not going to skip Faz Ahmed Faz in this course. So be ready to read Faz Ahmed Faz, Dawn of Freedom, August 1947. The next one is Federico Garcia Lorca from Spanish literature, and we have one more uh, author, Miguel de Cervantes, who is also a Spanish writer. So we have option here to read Don Quixote or Blood Wedding. The next one is from Chinese literature, Rousseau, The Kite, and After Death in Wild Grass. So here is your course, and uh, this is all about your course of world literature in translation. Students, this is your midterm syllabus that we will read Faz Ahmed Faz, Franz Kafka, Albert Camus, and Matthew Basho in midterm syllabus. And in final term syllabus, we will read Dostoevsky, Maulana Rumi, Luhsun, and Dr. Muhammad Iqbal. And my words are not final. Your suggestions, your opinions are always welcome. This is my uh, division of syllabus, and if you have your opinion, that then I'll definitely listen to it. So students, now you are clear about your course outline, about the authors and their work. So I think this orientation of your course will help you out to finalize the authors which you are going to read in this course. So thank you very much.